Hey there, beloved Ascension Pioneers. Welcome to another video of mine. I'm going to speak about our visions of the new today. And I think this is everything to do with the celebration of nature. I know many people around the world right now are not celebrating with all the hurricanes and things, global events happening on the planet. And a lot of the people still see them through the non-neutral pair of eyes, through the fear, the lack, the non-understanding of nature and nature's principles and nature's laws, how it operates within creation. And for all those of us who do, we get to experience a whole new reality. And that was meant, for instance, I never read the Bible, but there was this saying, the new heaven and the new earth, and this is happening right now. A lot of us are picking or choosing the new. We're feeling the new. We're feeling each and every time when the nature releases the old, it comes and goes in waves. We feel this surges and waves of energy, and this new opening is an instant manifestation like this, and you just get things and things come to you and people flow and conversations open up and love flows, basically. So it feels like higher dimensional living, like fifth dimensional living. And other people, what they're picking, what they're choosing, doesn't necessarily be, of the same origin. They might choose the old. So on the other hand, they're experiencing a greater lack, even greater confusion, even greater non-understanding of what is really happening, and traumas and hurts. Everything that has yet not been released, because the nature is releasing it. Everyone who's not releasing, because we're intimately connected to this planet. And whenever a planet is going through energetic change, we are to go through that change as well if we are in tune with our embodiment, with our bodies, because nature is a body, we are a body, and it's all one. So when we're in flow, we're going through these same releasing cycles, and those who do not are experiencing the exact polar opposite of this equation, so to say. So we're mirrors for each other, in us. There is no us and them, remember that. It's not meant as a duality kind of thing. It's meant for a reflection, like in the male, female, yin and yang, the polar opposites which exist and permeate all creation. What is meant here is more in terms of, in us, they get to see the potential of who they truly are, and they can be, and they can embody in this life or in other lifetimes. It's not just one reality unfolding here. So we should not cling to it so intensely. And at the same time, for us, we see in them what we have already surpassed, what we have already gone through, what we don't no longer need. Sometimes people say, through knowing what you don't want, you basically see what you do want and what does resonate with you, with your whole being, and your heart and mind joined as one in beautiful symphony. That is your beingness, that is eternal. So I wanted to speak about this, because, for instance, how today felt for me was fabulous. When I woke up, I just remember through the weekend, I was saying, oh, I need to work more. I really feel that I really would like influx of some abundance. And when I woke up, I got another donation. I was really excited, and I didn't have to do anything at the time. And all those of you who have been tuning into my videos for long enough know that I constantly give out, constantly tune in and tune out. And therefore, I don't always have to be here every day, but because I give freely from my heart always. It's not about the linear dates, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Thursday, and so on. It's just you flow. When you're guided to work, you work. When you're guided to go out, you go out. But it's not a separate thing. It's not a work and leisure time. It's both one. It's both you. You create from your beingness. You just are in flow with spirit guidance, and you follow whatever nudge that comes through you, and it comes through enthusiasm and joy instead of the feeling of needing to do that, obligation, control, that comes from lack, not abundance. So the card that I got today was inner abundance, and that's true. Abundance comes from within, and that's how I felt today. It was amazing, and I went shopping for some things that I needed, and I bought presents for someone else, and I was really excited because it was just something that we don't always perceive. Sometimes we see things so linearly, like just this example, when you buy for someone else, you buy for yourself if it is something that is really needed, because abundance means that you have something, you get something that you need in that moment. It might be a sandwich, when you're just hiking on a hill and someone just comes past by you and offers you a sandwich when you have nothing to eat at that time, and something like that. That is what true abundance is, and that's a part of the higher dimensional living, not collecting stuff, material possessions, and gathering money that in order to have for something that you wish to build, because Building within the new is building within constant flow with the now moment. And I felt this energy so intensely today, and it came on the wings of the wind and the intense bursts and rainpours, downpours actually. In the middle of the night, there was a huge downpour here in Slovenia. It came from the west and it spread out to the whole country. There's also been some rivers flooding, I think, and that goes in well very synchronistically with the, what is it called, Sandy? Yeah, the Hurricane Sandy on the east coast of the United States. And there are so many shifts happening all over the planet, everywhere. And it's not just the solar flare shifts, which cause, earthquakes and many things that are happening in our Earth. Also, bursts of gamma rays, of all the cosmic rays that come to our planet. So many things that are happening energetically. And if we only see one part of the equation, and if we only scratch the surface, we won't see the whole thing. Some rays, for instance, cosmic rays, are opening our DNA, are changing, or basically we're mutating to another species. And some things serve other parts of creation. Like I always say, there's a variation of creation, and the more we understand it, the more we understand this neutrality of this transition, of the shift, what it is truly about. And that's why I wrote my status on Facebook today, which was exactly about this. What I wrote was, this week started rather vehemently again. We had huge downpours and some windstorms here, and they were really immense. The wind that basically wakes you up from your sleep. And it feels so mystically, when you really know what is happening, you just embrace it with all the love because you know what is there, because the combination of the water and wind is an intense purifier. That's what's happening, in the how do you call it, elemental kingdoms. That's what's happening. The weather is shifting so rapidly from one state to the next. We have 20 degrees Celsius, then 0 degrees Celsius and snow, which was last week. Now it's warm again. It's like tropical, snowy. It's like every day is different. And you can't even have a weather forecast anymore because nature is becoming unpredictable, because it's now this rebirthing stage that Gaia is going through as a planetary deity. So as all nature, of course, continues to expand and transform, if you stay observant and centered in your heart, you will feel her messages to us and how neutrally she is shifting, and we as well. It is only the beginning of huge changes. As massive surges of energy are beaming to this planet, we are choosing to move along in the spiral of life within all creation. So what is happening, what we get to choose, we envision, it's really highly potent. And that's why I created this new project, which I have running on my Facebook page, and I posted also on my webpage, Ascension Pioneers. And it's about you sharing your visions with me. And I mentioned this before, and I mentioned this prior, but now I'm even more widely calling out to all of you to, if you have a vision, everyone has a vision. What am I even asking you in terms like that? That you share your vision, that of course you do have a vision for the new, the decree of the new, for the new paradigm, how you wish and imagine yourself, how you're living. Because for me, I have a feeling that of course there's going to be some struggles. But like I say, for some of us, it feels easy. I've been posting about this yesterday. It feels more easy and effortless now, but not because the external conditions have changed, because our consciousness, the awareness of the consciousness that we are, it has shifted so. So because of that, we get to experience things more lightly. And those who still struggle still need to release more. That's the basic law of how things work. The more you're in tune with the divine, the more you're in flow with the nature shift, with Gaia, the more you will feel the shift as she is feeling it. And as a neutral observer, as a cosmic being that you truly are, not just from your earthly physicality that is so limiting, really. So I really invite you to send me your visions to my email, my surveying email, which is polona@ascension-pioneers.org. And I have this published on my webpage under the community section. You can check it out. I will share the link below. And I post all your beautiful pink photos there already. And also there's a link for your YouTube videos, which you are sending me in as well. And still continue to send, please, as well. And for these visions. And I have a feeling the more we give out right now, the more we envision, the more this is brought and co-created through the divinity, through us. It's a co-creation. So it's all about really putting our focus there. And like I heard recently, I think in the radio show about how creation is made, and that's true. It's the desired and powered intent, and then like a pause, you know, like when you really objectively remove yourself from it, not attach yourself to it. Like creative void, you know, space of the void for the divine to fill it with that divine creation. And then, of course, action steps. And this equals divine creation. It's truly is so. Creation comes through a lot of nurture. A lot of time goes into it, a lot of investment. It doesn't come overnight. So a lot of the people who are still within control, they cannot see it. They can see the glimpses of manifestation because they only see with the eyes of the physical. They can feel it. A lot of us who have been feeling things, we have been feeling them for years, and now we're seeing these seeds to finally sprout. And we're going like, oh yes, this is how I always felt it. But we just had to be patient. We had to be trusting. We had to be really deeply rooted within us. And a lot of us now are feeling things. Like for me, one of my visions, one of my greatest visions is to live outdoors, is to live beneath my mountains, surrounded by my mountains, to be self-sufficient in how I live, for the, you know, houses that we build within the communities, of course, so we can all exchange and interact with each other, not just being isolated there on a mountaintop on a hill. And just, you know, it's not an age when we are supposed to do things alone. It's an age when we are alone, in the sense that we know that we're empowered from within and we can do everything, and we're a powerful force of creation. That's who we are. We're divine beings. But also when we share and co-create with others, because we understand that there's a variation of creation, that each of us has unique talents and gifts. So community is important here, you know, but that we live with the resources that we provide, that we really become, you know, independent from the system. But that means we need to step out of the system. And a lot of the people are afraid to step out of the system. A lot of the people are afraid to make changes because they're so eager to really stay in the old, what is comfortable, what is familiar. You know, for instance, today, my experience, you know, that's why I have hair like this, because I was running in the rain. I really wanted to go for a run, but because I went somewhere and then I came back, you know, and after I ate, it was already, you know, starting to get like this. The skies were so filled up with dark, and the weather is like in April, and that's like for the whole of year. You can even get hail, you know, in the middle of November, which is like, what? You know, so I could say no, I won't go, but I said I wanna, you know, and if it's meant for me to run in the rain, it's meant for me to run in the rain. And so it was, and it was beautiful and wild, and it got dark, and I was, you know, going through the woods, and I couldn't even see anything, but it was so great. I felt so connected to Mother Earth, which I am because I'm a nature being, and we all are. It's just that some people feel it more because they're grounded and connected to Gaia more, and that's it. But we're all nature beings because we're all the same divine beings as well. And the experience was so profound. When I returned home, I just felt such an immense connection, such a deep gratitude for that experience. And sometimes we really have to go beyond the known, beyond the norm. And that is how I envision the new. It's like young people who have a lot of potential to finally breaking free, because we are free, but we need to allow ourselves to be free. A lot of people constantly say, well, I can't go out of the system because I need to be, you know, paying for my health insurance and this or that. You know what? When you're living in the higher dimensional awareness, you won't be sick. You won't have illnesses. It's just you have to come to that degree with your awareness. It's your own self-work, self-reflection, dealing with your shadow, embracing your shadow, and merging it together with the light to really know that what only remains is love, divine love, and union. So for me, my vision is to be in a community in union, so unity of all, to share our resources that are coming from within, to realize that abundance comes from within, that everything can only be done if it's done through love. Because if it's no love, then it's no truth, so no creation. For me, my vision is that the new world is that of divine creation, not human distorted creation, which was, you know, persistent in the planet for so long, for eons and eons of time. Now it's time to step out of it and to step into co-creating with the divine again. That is my greatest vision for now. So to unwind from the old, to allow yourself to really receive, because nature is giving and you're also giving, but you also have to allow yourself to receive, to flourish with abundance so you can give it, so you can pay it forward, right? A lot of the people say, I want help, I want assistance, you know, I want this person to help me, you know, they become so attached, but they don't even have the love to help others out. You know, I have this great example, which I heard recently, you know, by this person being so demanding of this assistance be given to them, but how they treat the other person is really bad. It's like they treat it with a lack of respect, and it's so degrading. And how can they then want this love return? How can they want this mirror back if they're not embodying themselves? And a lot of the people is still living in that. They want something, they expect it from others, but they're not embodying themselves. So the vision for the new that is coming from me is we each become this embodiment of all that we desire. And all that we need to do is connect to Source, because Source is all divine virtues, blessings, and divine attributes. So before ending this video, I would like to read the beautiful vision, and one of my favorites that I received, and not because it's coming from my dearest person in my life, but because it's really beautiful. And there's a lot of beautiful visions I received, but I can't read all of them. So again, I'm really guided to read this one because it's speaking about things from a different perspective, you know, and it's really deep. Like, you know, it's from my beloved, and he is a deep soul, as am I. And I hope you enjoyed this vision. It's really beautiful. So before I go, I'll read this to all of you. We're going through major releases of the old. It is time. It is time to walk the talk. It is time to let go of everything old that is keeping us from being who we truly are. It is time to fully realize who we are. So who am I? Am I human? Yes, I am. But is that all? Am I only flesh and bones, or am I something more? What gives me life? Human without life is meaningless, right? So is the heart beating? Is that all only physicality? Can you see what is unseen? Can you adjust your vision from eye vision to your heart vision? Do you see a gentle wind when it caresses your cheeks gently in the autumn? No one can. All we can see is a beautiful dance of the treetops in the melody of the wind. But we can all feel it, and so we know its beauty and existence. So what is the old then? It is the question I asked. You are searching for answers in logic and physicality, and so you never answer questions in a way that would satisfy you. Answers keep you empty because you are trapped in the mind. It is a world of flesh and bones. It is a world where only eyes can see. It is a world where I am labeled, and so I am searching for myself. And what is the new, and what is my vision for the new? New is where unseen is seen, where I am not just flesh and bones. It is where heartbeat is merged with the soul in one. It is a world where all the questions I asked are gone because you know them. You feel them with all the being of your body and soul, and so you know the total truth. Universal truth, universal love. In the new world, I see us just like I see water. What makes rivers, oceans, lakes, and springs? They are made out of infinite numbers of raindrops, and none of them is the same. Everyone is unique and beautiful, and everyone has its unique way to make the water run from the mountain tops past every obstacle to quench the thirst, to give life to every bit of the land it flows through. When rivers merge together in the oceans, those same raindrops evaporate in the sky, and every raindrop of every piece of our beautiful planet is merged together in the sky as one. And so I see us like teardrops, building communities just like teardrops from a river. And just like rivers from oceans, I see us united. And we'll do that step by step until we are united as a whole, just as raindrops in the sky. So I hope you enjoy this beautiful vision from such a beautiful person, pure love person. And remember, we're all pure love. But what we're doing now is being courageous enough to embody this, to show this in action, to not just wait for someone else to do it. Maybe something you're passionate about. A lot of the people, for instance, we have this person here in Slovenia who built their own house for, basically nothing with their own hands because they knew how to. Of course, they had some resources, some tools, in their bodily way how they express themselves. So they only paid for the material. But it was such a beautiful story and sharing that now they're doing these workshops for people to learn also how to do it, to become self-sufficient, to live with the nature, to respect the nature, to, be one with nature, not to govern it. So there's so many individuals who are being brave enough to go past the system, who are eliminating themselves from the system in that way. Like I always said, this is my vision. You have the system and people want to fight the system. What happens? Well, you just add more energy to that system. What happens, what we're doing, we're removing ourselves from the system and building a new vortex. And it grows and it grows and it grows, expands and expands. And this system, lacks energy. So it's decreasing. So it's not expanding. This one is shrinking. This one is expanding. So there's a certain phase in creation when this one new one just bursts out and that one pops into void because no longer has the energy to feed itself, to sustain itself. So let us not fight the system. Let us find the resources, the tools, and let us connect through community with our like thinkers, with our like-hearted people, and try to find solutions. No more talking just and discussing about problems. Let us find solutions. Each of us has our own unique divine purpose. We're not one in a way that we'll all be doing the same. Some of us will be doing things in other manners, and some of them will be doing things through other means and other resources, but we're all one. So my path, my way, your path, your way, but still all is one. So through great joy and passion for all the new projects, for everything that's unfolding in a planet right now, I'm sending you all my love, warmest greetings, and I'll talk to you soon. So please do check out below. I shared the link where you can share your vision with us, Ascension Pioneers. So bye for now.